Hello Sagittarius, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you may have been in a relationship with this person. It could have been in the past. For others of you, it could be a current relationship. For a small portion of you, this could be a situationship and even someone that you've met. You know, there's a whole lot of energy there. There may be a lot of chemistry, but no one's really speaking up. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have. And I do have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. Wow. Oh boy, oh boy. There's so much. Sag. Yikes. We have a few gloomy kind of cards here. We have here anger and rage, boundaries, embracing the shadow, beliefs, and doubt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. They're a little bit on the negative side, but this is what your person of interest is feeling. Now, because of the intensity of these feelings and emotions, it could be that you both are mirroring each other, and some of you may also be going through these feelings and emotions too. All right, we have here anger and rage followed by creativity, pleasure, doubt, sensuality, boundaries, embracing the shadow. After that, we have beliefs. And under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, we have growth. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Sagittarius, right now, I am upset. Mostly at myself for the things that I've done. But there is a sense of agitation and annoyance. I don't want to move on in this connection right now because my mind is a mess. A part of me does want to create something with you. Something that'll be long-lasting for the world to see. A web of love I would love to weave and have you as the center of my world, but I doubt that's going to happen now. There is a lot of pleasure that I have experienced, a lot of pleasure that I've felt in this connection, and a lot of it has to do with the physical. Physically, you are amazing. Looking at you is just amazing. It's like you're teasing me and you seduce me. You don't even have to try, and yet I have doubts. Doubts that I might be able to move on in this connection. Doubts that even if I was to come back, maybe you won't want me. These doubts exist because there's a lack. There's a lack of trust now. There's a lack of faith. And I don't know what to do about it. In you, I have found someone who is extremely sensual. I am attracted to you, there's no doubt about that. I feel completely absorbed in your energy, tantalizing as it may seem. You can seduce without even trying. I love your hair. I love your skin. And I love holding hands. I want to hold hands. But I also feel that there is this pull. And this pull towards you that I feel it's just full of lust. I'm not thinking emotionally. And that's what really upsets me. I am angry at myself for only seeing you in this way. I also feel that there is this sense of boundaries that exist now. Because of the way I've been treating you, because of the way I've thought about you, I realize now that it is important for me to keep these boundaries, to put up these boundaries. There's a part of me that just needs to change. But it is hard for me to change. I don't want to feel love. I don't want to be in love. I don't want to be stuck with my heart. You have seen a side of me. That is the shadow side. It is dark. It is deep. It's scary. The side that exists inside of me, you've seen this part of me now that's very impulsive, compulsive, and aggressive. And I do realize that the things that I have done, the things that I have said, they have been evil. I come off as an evil person, Sag, but I'm not. I guarantee you I'm not an evil person. I just thought that you and I were on the same page. But now things are so freaking awkward. They are just so uncomfortable that it is absolutely difficult for me to reach out to you. I just don't know how. I screwed up badly. I know that you come from a place that's very different. You and I were born and brought up in a very different way. My beliefs, my mindset, my thoughts, the vision that I had, was I really looking forward to being committed, a commitment, to being exclusive. You see, my thoughts, my ideas, my views, my opinions are so different from yours. No, we are not on the same page. And there are others that cause problems. There are others, friends, family, society, that are holding us back. All I know now, Sag, is I realize I rushed into this connection, not thinking what I'm getting into. All I saw was how damn gorgeous, hot, and sexy you are, and I just wanted that body. I wanted that pleasure. And I had it. I took it. But the real me, you never knew. And I never truly got to know. I never got to learn about you, who you are, what you are on the inside. What are your dreams? What are your ambitions? I never got to know you as a person. Instead, I was only involved in the passion and the lustful aspect. And that's why I'm angry at myself, that I rushed into this connection and I never got a chance to know you. But now, moving forward, Sag, I do want to know you. I want to get to know you better. All of the things that you've done in the past, your childhood. What makes you happy? What are you scared of? What are your plans far into the future? I want to treat you, Sagittarius, like a person. That's something I never did before. And I'm ticked off at myself. You see, I had this opportunity and I really ruined it. And because I don't know what to do, I put up boundaries. But there's a small part of me that wants to get to know you, that wants to restart, but on a better footing, on a solid foundation. The problem is, even if I tried, I doubt that you would ever want me back. After all the things that I did to you, and the way that I've played games, manipulated you, the way I have hurt your heart, I don't know. I don't know if you could ever forgive me. All right, Sag. Oh, got a little emotional there. Good God. Yeah, it's a huge mistake. Your person of interest here absolutely understands what they did. They have made a huge mistake. Some of you may feel, and this is a general love reading, it's not going to resonate for everybody. Some of you may feel that this was very rushed. It was also sudden. It happened too suddenly. And what happens when we get into a connection way too fast, it really ruins the connection, in fact. And that sort of connection, it doesn't really allow us to move forward, right? It stops only at that gate. We have different gates, different phases, right? So there's that physical phase, but this person never wanted to move forward into the emotional. And that's exactly why they decided to also put up these boundaries. But sometimes what happens, Sagittarius, the reason why the boundaries are being put up, it's because they know they can easily fall in love with you. Or they have already fallen in love and they're just simply in denial. I have here the Lover's Path Tarot. Let's have a look. All right. This is for those of you that may never have received the closure that you deserved. Your person of interest may have ghosted you. They may have faded over time. They may have had this intense connection with you, but all of a sudden they're gone. Poof. Right? They abandoned you, and the communication between the both of you is quite less now. So you're wondering, what happened? Where are we headed? Hopefully this will provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situation. Let's have a look. We have here the Two of Coins, followed by Justice. All right, let's have a look. So the first set of cards, guys, that is the current status of your person of interest. These, I'd like to go a little bit into the past to have a look at what happened during those days when things just started going downhill. So things were fine, okay, before, but then all of a sudden, it all changed. Your person of interest probably did not tell you what was going on in their mind. So hopefully this will provide you with a little bit of clarity and some guidance in your situation. We have here Two of Coins and Justice. I do read these in the reverse. Let's have a look. The Two of Coins talks about how this person was unable to make a choice. They were unable to juggle or balance. Why? They had taken on too much at that point in time, and they were starting to feel absolutely overwhelmed by demands. Overcommitting oneself, opposing desires, but the inability to juggle several situations at once, like jobs, opportunities, ideas, relationships. There was a lot of opposing desires, and the issue here is feeling overwhelmed by demands. So one of the biggest reasons why this person could not be with you, and this is not an excuse, it's just what's in the cards here. One of the biggest reasons was they were feeling very overwhelmed by the demands that they had in their life. Now, being overwhelmed happens to everybody, but the demands were real life demands that they could not ignore. So sometimes there's these responsibilities, right, that we have, taking care of a sick loved one, paying the bills, right? These are like real life problems. And sometimes we cannot ignore it. If we do, it's detrimental, right, to our livelihood, to our family, to our emotions. So there was definitely something going on here where you may have wanted more attention from this person, but they were unable to give it to you because their attention was being spent somewhere else. They were actually doing other things. We also have here justice. Now, justice here talks about how your person of interest had a lack of wisdom. They were not really being fair. They were acting very detached. And you felt there was a lack of justice in this connection. Here it talks about frustration with bureaucracies or organizations, having impatience, being very impatient. The appearance of this card shows that it is a temporary situation. Now, what does that mean? Here it talks about the need for a more detached viewpoint of a troublesome situation. So this does tell me that in this connection, there was a problem that occurred. And this problem got so bad that it involved other people. You remember you had the beliefs card before. Some of you do know how I interpret that card. It interprets very differently for me. I mean, that entire deck I interpret differently. The first deck I just saw. For that, it's like an organization. And this talks about organizations and bureaucracies. So it definitely has an aspect in this connection, something that's been keeping the both of you apart. It's either organizations, people's beliefs, rituals, customs, traditions, values, that sort of thing has been a problem. This person is unable to navigate that sort of path, I guess, or like they're not able to work with it. They just can't, because it's so different from where they come from. It's so different from where they live, from where they work, the religious institution that they go to. It's just very different. So being with you, first of all, they were very overwhelmed in life in general, but being with you also caused a little bit of a problem because they could not let go of certain things that were happening in their life to accommodate you, to be with you. They could not let go of something else. And like I said before, sometimes we have these circumstances where it's overwhelming. It's a part of our lives, right? And we can't really give it up. So here you are dealing with something that was almost beyond this person's control. But if they really truly wanted, they could make a difference. They could bend the rules just a little bit. There's always that. All right. I have here the Beginner's Tarot. Here, I'm going to have a look at any sort of actions, any plans, any intentions your person of interest may have towards you. Anything they may do, any action they may take. Let's have a look. Queen of Pentacles, the Chariot, Temperance. Seven of Cups, and then under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, we have an excellent card, Ace of Cups. So you remember how this person's really angry, right? Most of that anger is just being projected onto them, what they've done, the way things have turned out. I can definitely see here, they're finally starting to feel the value of you. Before, there was not so much value, but now they're noticing this. They're finally realizing this. Here we have the Queen of Pentacles. They see you as somebody who is financially well off, in a sense that you have potential. You also are very nurturing. This talks about how your personality is so sweet and gentle and reliable that they've now realized that, you know what, there's nobody better than you. And they want to rush back into your life. We have the Chariot here with speed. This person is going to reach out to you. They are. But they're being pulled by desire. Again, there's that sense of lust. Yes, there's passion, but lust. We do have to have more love in this connection, but you are saved here with the Ace of Cups. For sure, there is love. There's that realization that there is love because of that distance that's been created, Sag, between the both of you. Temperance, your person of interest here, does realize in this connection there needs to be an equal give and take. They want to make things better. They do feel that the both of you have been divinely guided. Okay? There's something going on here where it does talk about more than what you guys are. It's more than what you see. And this person intuitively feels it. Now, in the meantime, what are they doing? One of the things that they're stuck in this kind of sad, dark and dreary, gloomy bubble. Okay, here we have the Seven of Cups. They do realize that they have potential. They need to do things. They need to make a choice, make a decision. But there are too many things that are tempting nearby. There's a lot of temptation around this person. And they understand and know what they want, but there's a lot of procrastination. For you, you might actually be so angry at this person. You feel that they just go so slow, like snail's pace, right? Even a snail is faster than you, right? This is how you feel about this person, because they truly are not putting the work in that needs to be put in, but they are procrastinating. Keep in mind, Sag, why do people procrastinate? In these readings I have seen, it's because of fear. They fear the unknown. They fear what they do not know. And therefore, they just keep extending that time period. But honest to God, like, crosswatcher, what's that going to get anybody, right? It's just a waste of time. So you have to be a little practical, a little realistic. And the planning has to be realistic too. What I see here, there's a lot of unrealistic planning. There was a lot of thought, but this person turned out to be not so reliable, Sag. That's what I see here. Now, the overall arching theme is this desire to ask for forgiveness. There is this cup of love. Your person of interest here realizes they've truly hurt you, and they want to offer you a cup of love. They want to offer you love, but also ask for forgiveness. Certain things have happened and it's been really bad, and your person of interest finally realizes, you know what? I need to make this situation better because there's potential here. And I realize that I do love my Sag, but how can I reach out to Sag just like that? I can't. I have to be someone who's going to make an offer. I need to connect with Sag in that way, where I can ask for forgiveness, and then there's unity. So your person of interest definitely is thinking about you. I do see here, Sagittarius, they are going to reach out to you. Now, I think it's okay. I'm not going to say this to all of you, but some of you might want to take it slow because you know that there's a lot of other factors that play in here. So for some of you, take it slow. For others of you that you know it's okay, I do see the cards being like at an okay speed. Okay? You don't rush into anything because you do have the Chariot here, but they're the one who's rushing. They are going to make an offer. And of course, this is for those of you that may want to take that offer. Not everybody is going to want to say yes. I understand that. And that is absolutely your decision, and it's okay. Some of you are not going to want to be with this person. That's perfectly okay. Don't worry. You make a different decision, your outcome will be different. You still have something out there for you. All right, guys. I have here Archangel answer cards. Just going to do a quick prayer. All right. First card, the strongest. We have no. So these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. Forgiveness right there, right? So that's double confirmation. Somebody's definitely really, really sad and upset at what's happened. That spiritual connection where we had temperance, here you have an actual card that's come up that talks about that type of spiritual connection. You guys are either soulmates, twin flames, karmic partners, maybe even more. All right. Okay. Sag. Not bad. You have quite a few cards here that are very positive. And each one is very meaningful. In fact, this little battery here is quite meaningful. So we have here first card's as strong as no, but no is with an exclamation mark. Now, why no? Some of you have just kind of given up on the situation, and that's okay. There's no harm in giving up. In fact, it's sometimes better not to have expectations because then there's less of a disappointment, right? But it's always good to try to manifest. It's always good to be positive. That's why you have here remain positive. So here the angels are telling you, no, be positive, Sag. Why? Because you have success right after that. Be positive because no, there's going to be success for you. There's no reason to be upset. I'm seeing in my mind's eye right now the no worry card. There's no need to worry. So don't worry about it, okay? Why? Because forgiveness is key. Forgiveness is a very big deal, forgiveness, when you have emotions and love involved. A lot of people don't know this. But I mean, I do a lot of energy work, right? But by energy work, I mean, I get rid of like negative energies and stuff like that. And I'm able to see past life, other spiritual connections. I have that ability to do this. I never knew I had this, but over the years now I realized I do. Forgiveness in the Holy Bible, for example, right? So Jesus Christ has told us, the Savior has told us that forgiveness is important. It's basically a guideline, it's a principle. But what's more interesting is the way you forgive somebody. It's very difficult sometimes, depending on what your person of interest has done. There's a few things here I have to talk about. First of all, you might catch somebody doing something, and I'm getting the word cheating. So some of you have seen and seen this person, you've caught this person red-handed cheating on you. How can you forgive somebody like that? The reason why, let me tell you. Why you saw that. It's because right here, look for a sign. That is a warning sign. That is I'm getting the word trademark. Okay, I guess that's a trademark of the universe, that when you see something and you know it's wrong, there's a reason why you saw it. Because you deserve better. Simple as that. You deserve better. And that's why this didn't happen behind the scenes the whole time. This is why you were actually shown this. There's no such thing as coincidences, I've learned over the years, through experience and through you guys. There's no such thing as coincidences. It all happens when it's supposed to happen at that particular time. Sure, sometimes the devil does throw in a monkey wrench. We live on planet Earth and we have negative energies just above and below the surface, which is understandable. But the majority of the time, your life, certain things are supposed to happen at a certain time. And yes, if things don't work out, there's a reason for that. Here, for forgiveness, like I was mentioning in the Holy Bible, forgiveness is very important. One of the biggest reasons I've seen is because if we do not forgive someone, not only do we keep that grudge inside of our heart, but it weighs us down. It's like a ball and chain. I'm seeing a ball and chain right now. It weighs us down and we're unable to forgive that person because they've hurt us so badly, right? The easiest way is to have compassion. And sometimes having compassion is difficult. But having that sense of compassion will allow you to release this negative energy that's orbiting around you. That negative energy that's acting like a ball and chain, always dragging you. Every time you think about this person, it always ticks you off, right? So this is something that we need to adapt more. To have compassion. To know that, whatever this person went through, whatever they put me through, it was hell. But they just didn't know any better. It's almost like sometimes, Sad, you got to feel sorry for the person. And truly, that is the easiest way of getting out of that sort of heartache, by feeling sorry for the person, literally feeling pity for them, as weird as that sounds, right? But it is the easiest way to do it. And truly, everybody goes through something. People that are very bad, very terrible in society, there's a reason why they do what they do. It's not a valid reason, but they got there because something happened in this lifetime that caused them to do what they did, right? Now, that's not an excuse, but it is a reason. Here, we also have romance. You have a past life spiritual connection here. And this is also why it is very difficult for you to let go. How do you let go of this person? You may want to forgive them, but it's just hurting you so much. And you're also scared that if you do, are they going to do this again? Once bitten, twice as shy. It happens, guys. You just have to be a bit more cautious, right? Here, if you can forgive, remember, you had the Ace of Cups, right? So if you can forgive, you also will get an offer. But if you do not forgive, guys, you're not going to get an offer. Now, this doesn't just mean that you just forgive and that's the end of it. No, you don't forget. Because if you see those, look for a sign. If you see those red flags again, you need to know, I'm out. That's it. End of story. I'm done. Sure, you can forgive this person maybe once, twice. Some people keep forgiving. I've done readings for people that do that. And unfortunately, as a human being, somebody will take advantage of you. So you need to stop it at some point in time. This is for your own mental health, well-being. This is for your heart, right? Even your spirit and your soul, because everything gets out of alignment when love screws you over. It happens. The romance here, it means that the both of you may have had some type of a spiritual connection, and it is very intense. It's very emotional. It's hard for someone here to let go. It's hard for somebody here to not obsess. Somebody here is obsessing. If you feel that, have a look on my on my website, in fact, and I do have some packages that'll help you understand a bit more about either your past life or just your love life. This is what I do, love readings. Some of you do ask in the comments below. Go on my website, okay? I have packages there, and you can place an order. I also have here, remain positive. Why? Because some of you have been quite upset and quite negative about it. You just don't see any end in sight. There's nothing, right? There's no future. That's what you feel. And it's because so much that this person did, it's very discouraging, actually. And I see that and I feel that right now. It's so many bad things they've done that it's upset you this much that, you know what, this is the end of it. It's never going to get any better than this, right? It's never going to get better. However, I do see things are going to change. I definitely see that here. They are telling you here to remain positive. Meditation will bring you answers. Now, meditation, Angel Fakeel has told me 21 minutes is good. It's sufficient, but if you want to do more, that's fine. And you can read a little bit about her on my homepage. Also, for prayer, 2 to 3 minutes. If you really mean it, 2 to 3 minutes is good. Anything less than that, it's not going to be as impactful, okay? So at least have it more than 3 minutes. But minimum is the bare minimum is like 2 to 3 minutes. Here, when you do meditate, meditate on the divine, the holy white light of God. Always remember to say holy white light. There's a lot of white lights out there in the universe. Not everything is holy. The reason why you want to resonate with holy, because it brings out the positive, right? And it protects you. We also have here, when you do meditate, you're going to get those answers. Now, how are you going to be seeing these things? Look for a sign. This comes through signs and synchronicities. This happens. Sometimes you will hear a voice. You will get repetitive thoughts. You will see a billboard that has a certain poster on it, a sign. You will hear the radio, and there will be certain songs there, and you know that particular lyric, that sentence, it means something, but only to you. Only you will understand this. Now, don't go out looking for signs. The signs will come to you. The overall arching theme here we have is helpful people. So I do see here that you have a group of people that you may not even know that actually care for you. You may have, I'm seeing some of you, I'm getting the word outlook, your outlook on, not the email outlook, but like the actual outlook that you have on your family, your friends, your society. You just think that it's not for you. Those people are not there for you to help you. But there are some people, if you reach out and if you get that good vibe from them, that positive vibe, you can talk to some people about the situation and they will guide you properly. Sometimes the things that they say, it comes through that conscious aspect where we have the psyche connected to an angel, and they sometimes don't even know why an individual says something. They just, all of a sudden, they think about that idea and they say it. That's a hint from that sense of meditation, that prayer that you've been making. And so you will get some answers here, as long as you ask. But who are you going to ask? Helpful people, the people that you trust. If you feel even a little bit of jealousy from anywhere, it's best to just leave that individual. Do not connect with that person. Sag, that is your reading. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situations. Do let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. Thank you so much for tuning in. For those of you that are looking for readings, please do visit my website, www.asnointia.com, and I do have a variety of readings there. Also, for some of you who are new to the channel, I do have another YouTube channel. In fact, that one is free, just like this one. It's called Asnointia Audio, and please have a look at some of the videos I have uploaded there. Some of them are on past life and spiritual connections. What and who are those type of things. I also have a playlist on relationship-related advice. And one of them is also on negative energies. What and who are negative energies, how to recognize and remove. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Please do let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. I do appreciate when you guys write, and I do try to write back as much as I can. But I do read your comments, and I do read the scenarios and problems that you've been in. Sometimes I use this as motivation to actually write and create content for my other channel. In fact, guys, on the other channel, Asnointia Audio, soon I will be uploading something new, and it's regarding how to let go and move on. Why is that important? Hopefully that'll help many of us. All right. You all take care. Stay safe. I'll see you guys again. Bye now.